Happy December to all of you, my friends. Welcome to the Good Life Project Series, episode number 8. I'm going to share with you the 5 things that each of us can do that can help change the world. I just want to remind you that no matter what you're going through, always choose to be happy. Our life that we have is short and it pays to spread happiness every day. Life gets better when you are happy, when you choose to be happy. Speaking of happiness, I just want to extend my gratitude for considering me to be part of their family, inviting me in the virtual Christmas party. And luckily, I won the Best in Costume and the prize is the Inquirer Digital Newsstand subscription for 6 months. Thank you so much. By the way, my costume is the modern Harry Potter. Since I'm a Potterhead, a huge fan of Harry Potter. I also want to share with you this little achievement that I didn't expect when I presented my research paper in the International Business Research Conference, and I was hailed as one of the best presenters under the management category. Thank you so much. I was also invited to be one of the judges in the recently concluded Business Planning Virtual Conference or Virtual Oral Defense of the graduating business students of the Far Eastern University. Thank you so much for the trust. I also volunteered in our company's outreach activity. I was able to teach a public school teacher how to use features of the Microsoft Excel. Thank you for the opportunity for being of help to others. I also want to share with you another achievement. I got a certification, Certified Learning and Development Professional, which is an internationally accredited certification enhancing the learning and development competencies that are highly useful in corporate training, organizational development, performance management, and succession planning. And lastly, this diploma of completion from the UiPath Academy on this specific course on the Robotic Process Automation Citizen Developer Foundation. I encourage everyone to embrace lifelong learning, and this is one of the ways on how we can make the difference in this world. All right, I know you are now ready for our today's episode. Let's play this. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. What a very nice quote. You have that strength within you. Are you living because of the sets of rules your parents or the society set for you? Or are you living based on how you would want to drive your life, based on your values, and based on what you're passionate about? Let me tell you this. You are the master of your fate. You are the driver of your life. Life is what you make it. Let me now shift to our episode. We've seen a lot this 2020. Different stories about how the world is going to hell. You have the pandemic, disasters and calamities, poverty, pollution, and sometimes even the most light-hearted person feels saddened about what's happening. However, there's always a way to respond to all that ugly things that are happening, and that is to be the change we want to see. None of us can change the entire world all by ourselves, but by making small adjustments or improvements in our own lives and encouraging others to do the same, a snowball effect happens that can affect the entire planet in time. Let me share with you a few simple ways that we can help bring about positive change in the world. Number 1, volunteer. As I've shared with you earlier, I was able to volunteer in our educational outreach activity by just staying at home. There are many different ways on how you can donate your time to others, so don't feel that you have to put yourself in a position you're uncomfortable with in order to make a difference. Some people might be happy working in soup kitchens or helping street children, while others may not, and that's totally okay. There are volunteer opportunities for people of every age, profession, and physical ability. If you like outdoors, consider doing some volunteer work to help plant more trees or clean a community. Just be very careful these times and follow the safety protocols. Are you an animal lover? Offer to walk dogs at an animal shelter a few times a month, or maybe help to campaign for the World Wildlife Fund. Are you a super busy professional like me? Consider donating an hour or so a month to help mentor young people who wish to follow in your footsteps. Are you crafty? You can use up spare yarn by knitting hats, scarves, and mittens for those in need, like women and children in shelters, or even overseas orphans and refugees. Trust that there's charity work that's perfectly suited for you out there, and it doesn't make a lot of effort to make a dramatic difference in another's life. Number two, be kinder. I know sometimes this is hard, but we can do this. We all get frustrated and upset on occasion, but the energy that we put out into the universe tends to have a domino effect. The person you yelled at in traffic might take their frustrations out on a barista, who'll then go home and yell at their kids because she's had a bad day. And the kids will fight with one another because they don't know how to handle the negativity that's been forced upon them. On and on it goes, with the web of hostility growing larger and larger as it sweeps through the population. If you find yourself irritated or frustrated by a situation, take a step back and really consider what's going on. Is this an opportunity for you to be more patient? What can you learn from this situation? If you change your tone and be more compassionate with the others involved, can you achieve a more positive outcome? Number three, clean up. This is very important, especially these days of pandemic. You're probably quite observant with regard to disposing of garbage properly, but others may not be quite so diligent. If you see a piece of garbage lying about that some individuals have tossed out their car window or just dropped on the ground, throw it out. Keep a pair of rubber or latex gloves in your bag if you don't want to touch anything that's potentially icky. But keep in mind that every little bit of effort helps when it comes to cleaning up our living spaces. Number four, plant a garden. You'd be surprised what a little patch of garden or green space can do for the environment. If you have a bit of land that you can turn into a garden, you'll make more of an impact in your corner of the planet than you realize. Planting and harvesting your own food means that less has to be carted in from other countries, which decreases the amount of fuel that will be spread into the atmosphere. If instead of food you'd like a flower and herb garden, plant flowers that attract and feed pollinators like bees, butterflies, and birds. They're disappearing at an alarming rate because of pesticide and insecticide use. So an organic garden full of delicious blossom and seeding plants will help exponentially. If you don't have your own land but have a thoroughly green thumb, consider getting involved in a community garden project. You'll help others to develop their gardening skills, help to empower them by showing them how to be self-sufficient with their food security, and that garden will become a supportive ecosystem to all kinds of insects and small animals. You can check one of my previous videos that talks about the benefits of planting at home. And number five, share positivity. For every bit of negativity floating in the internet, there's an amazing, beautiful story to counteract it. Stop wallowing in the ugliness that the general media tries to fling at you, and instead let yourself be inspired by the wonder, beauty, and compassion in the world. Websites like The Daily Good and Positive News are filled with uplifting stories that can serve to remind you that there's a lot of good in the world. Once your heart is glowing, post and share those stories so others can be inspired as well. The bottom line is, there are simple ways that we can do to make this world a better place to all of us. We just need to be intentional in our actions and see what we can do and involve ourselves, because what we do now is our gift to the future generations. There is always something that we can do. By the way, my friends, don't forget to like and share this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please hit on subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you get updates when I upload new content. And that's all it for our 8th episode. I hope you've learned something. Watch out next Sunday on our next episode. This is MindGrit by Dr. Rey.fremista. Remember to be happy always.